Hello, this is Sid at Sid's Workshop, and we're going to look at some tips for you for your workshop. Hopefully these will come in handy for you. And the first thing I want to share with you is a nail pouch. This is just a small nail pouch. It comes out of Home Depot, I think. You can get them from Lowe's or whatever. And when you put one of these on, you can put it around like this, and you can try to struggle with tying it if you want. And maybe if your front end is a little bit protruded, maybe you got some weight problems, what you do is you turn that around and then put your knot here, tie it like that, then circulate this thing right around like that, and it's pretty secure instead of struggling way in the back. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. This is Sid at Sid's Wood Shack. We're going to talk about paint cans this morning for just a moment or two. Remember, take care of your paint cans and your paint will take care of you, and take care of your paint brushes and your brushes will take care of you. Whenever you get a new can of paint, what you want to do is open it up, and in my workshop I always keep a lot of scrap cardboard because I have a workbench here I hate to see get messed up, so I've got some cardboard here. So I always keep a lot of scrap cardboard. You'll find a good use for it. So what you do on a new can of paint, open the lid, and then all around the inside here is a groove. I don't know if you can see the groove from the camera, but that groove, take a flat-headed screwdriver, pop a few holes in that groove. That groove now becomes a paint gutter, and when you take a paintbrush or when you pour your paint, a lot of the paint will go back in the can because it's got a gutter now, and this does work very, very well. Alright, and let me show you those holes so you can see them pretty well. I have a hole here, way over here, there, and way back over here. So there's about 4, maybe 5 holes around that paint gutter, what I call the paint gutter. So that really does come in handy. And then on this paint can, if I used it and had some extra paint around here and I just started whaling it with a hammer to close it, I'm going to get all kind of paint right here in my clothing, so I like to cover that up. And now we're back to normal. We can store this paint can for the next usage and take care. One thing I learned about my workshop is that after a while I accumulated a lot of lumber. I'd go to different places and buy maybe a good amount of lumber for projects. I always buy leftovers for extra wood. People would give me lumber after they knew I did woodworking, and I thought, where am I going to put this lumber? So I decided to build some lumber racks here in my shop. My lumber racks have really come in handy, and I want to show you how I did it. First of all, I took an old scrap board about like this. Okay, just any scrap board, maybe some scrap 2x4s you have from a project left over. And what I did, I took them and then I cut off the end of it like this. That's a 45-degree angle, almost to the top. That's about 1 inch right here. Okay? So then, what I did, I mounted these to the wall, and I make maybe 3 or 4 of them 24 inches long, 3 or 4 of them 16 inches long, and 3 or 4 of them 12 inches long. So this becomes my rack. All I have to do is nail it on some 2x4s on my wall, and maybe screw it on, maybe nails and screws. And I've done that, and it holds a lot of lumber. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's the board I cut. We're going to make a lumber rack here. So I took a scrap piece of board about 24 inches long, and then some 16 inches and some 12 inches. I made 3 or 4 of each. I tapered it on the edge a little bit at a 45-degree angle. That way you don't hit your head on the part that protrudes out. Then I went to my wall, and you can see how the wall is 2x4 studs. And so I nail and screw those on there. There's one, and then there's one down below. And I'd put, there's one there. I've got some power cords hanging up on there, but it also is for lumber. I got 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them up top. And I'm going to go backwards with my camera. You can see it really does hold the lumber. I could put a lot more lumber up there if I want. And then the second row and the third row. And again, from here you can see all 3 rows. Holds a lot of lumber. It's out of the way. It makes use of some great space. And I got a nice stack of lumber there for projects when I want it. And when you have a nice lumber rack, it's easy to accumulate extra lumber because you never know what you need when you need it. Thanks for watching.